Representative Tiffany, who is not just on the Judiciary Committee, he's also on the House Committee for Natural Resources, and he's running to be the next governor of Wisconsin. Sir, a pleasure to have you today.
Good to join you, Bianca.
You know, your leering comment doesn't go unnoticed by our astute viewers here on Newsline. You know, the signs trying to teach kids how to read and they can't spell learning. What was your biggest takeaway with Nick Shirley today, or some of the others who are now testifying, where we know many in Minnesota are hoping the story remains about something else like ICE and not fraud?
Yeah, Mr. Shirley really has exposed this and taken it national, what many people have known for a decade. And that was the value of the testimony that we received from the Minnesota witnesses, including Mr. Dexter, who he uncovered this fraud years ago. And the leadership in Minnesota, including Governor Walz and others, would not listen. They would not take action in regards to it. But the most heart-wrenching thing is to see a woman who has built 4 autism centers in Minnesota, and they are now closed because of the enormous fraud and having to get to the bottom of this. It was very sad to hear her story.
Her name is Jennifer Larson, sir, and we're going to play a little exchange with her right now to bolster exactly what you're saying. Hardworking American right here.
It's so hard to believe that people are faking that children have autism and stealing money from the government. When I'm sitting here with my 25-year-old non-speaker, and now children like my son aren't going to have services because they stole money from the government and faked these things.
Fraud, taking away money from her. You know, we look at this story, and you were right there saying it's not just in Minnesota. There's many other states where this could be happening. And then you look at Ilhan Omar, who's sitting in Congress today. She's doing just fine. I don't know how she's amassed her fortune, but there's some big questions that need answers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You talk about Ms. Omar. She went from a negative net worth to having $30 million on her financial statement that is supplied as members of Congress have to do, and she did that just over a course of a couple years. But as it pertains to the state of Wisconsin, there's a really interesting story, and I alluded to it, where you have this official that was at the Minneapolis Public Schools, and he was in charge of finances and was let go in regards to his job because he was failing to file financial reports, was hired by the Milwaukee Public School District to the tune of $240,000, and they have now let him go because it turns out he may have been a fraudster amongst the Somalis in Minneapolis. So you see how these tentacles work across the country, and that's why I've called on our governor in Wisconsin. You need to be investigating food stamps and child care programs and things like that also.
Yeah, you just pull the thread and you keep getting bigger and bigger. Reports of people are moving from Pennsylvania because they heard there was some grift that they could get in on in Minnesota. We mentioned you were running for governor. Interesting, the governor now in Wisconsin says deportations would destroy the state's economy. What's your take in our final moments here, Congressman, about comments like that?
A real slap in the face to honest, hardworking Wisconsinites. I don't understand why in the world he would say that, because there's people that got up this morning in 20 below weather and went to work and are doing an honest day's job, and they are not illegal aliens. They are solid Wisconsin citizens. I don't understand why he continues to be focused on that.
Well, it's great to have you. I know that these hearings are critical to the next steps, as are potentially the DOJ's moves. Congressman from Wisconsin, Tom Tiffany, thank you for your time today.
Good to join you, Bianca.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.